Okay, so this is going to be an interview to evaluate a card prototype of Piazza, and Tyler is an instructor or used to be an instructor. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you a couple of demographics questions. So,
Okay.
what's your name?
Tyler Buchman.
Okay, and how many classes have you TA'd so far?
One.
One, and which one? Which class was that?
It was knowledge-based AI cognitive systems, summer of 2016.
Okay. Um, so you're not currently TAing a class, right?
No,
Okay, and how old are you?
23.
23. And we mentioned before that you're currently in San Francisco, right?
Yep.
Okay, so when you normally interact with students via Piazza, where would you be located? You physically? Would you be at work, at home, on a laptop, on a?
In my apartment.
I'm sorry.
My apartment.
In your apartment. Okay, and you do most of the interactions via the desktop app, the in-browser app rather.
Just the browser app.
Just the browser app. Okay, awesome. How often did you find yourself merging threads on Piazza when you were a TA?
Merging threads.
Yes, like in other words, marking threads as duplicate.
Oh, marking threads.
Yes, well, you know how sometimes a student asks a question and the same question has been asked a little while before, so you mark it as a duplicate.
I never did that.
Oh, you never did. Okay. Well, are you familiar with with that functionality on Piazza at all, or no?
You just mean how I can link another thread in a comment, or is there something more than that?
There's a bit more to it than that. You would choose. You have the option of mark as duplicate, and then you pick a thread that you want to mark it as duplicate to, and then it basically it doesn't link, but it merges the two threads together into one.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, well that's fine. So to use to basically to improve the process from the way it works in Piazza, I came up with a little interface, and I'm gonna try to do a screen share with you and see if we could walk through it now.
Okay.
Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so basically this is very similar to the Piazza interface that you're familiar with. On the left hand side you have the threads, and then the right hand side you'll have the thread subject up on top and the actual text below it. And whenever you want to merge two threads, if you feel like they're basically on the same subject or it's the same question but asked by a different person, what you would do is you would physically grab with the cursor the thread that you're trying to merge, hovered over the thread that you're merging it with, and just drop it and let it go. And this would be the result.
Okay.
So the thread that you're merging would disappear, and then the thread that you merged into would have the text of the thread, and then below it, as one of the comments, it would have the thread that you merged in with its text. Is any questions, or is this pretty self-explanatory?
So you drag from the left side to the left side. You don't drag from the right side to the left side.
Yes. Yes, you would.
Okay.
Should we go back to the interface, or are we good?
No, I understand.
Okay. So basically, I just wanted to get some feedback from you. Whether this is functionality that well, I guess you didn't know that it existed before, but would you find it useful in your experience as a TA?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I'd known about that when I was a TA.
Okay. I I guess you're not that familiar with the current system, but do you prefer the system? Do you prefer the prototype to the way the system works now, or do you think you would?
So how does the system work now? Can you explain it to me?
So the way the system works
It's
now
just a
is
drop down.
Basically, it's a drop down. You do mark as duplicate, and then you find the thread that you want to merge it with, and you click that.
Mhm. My concern with your interface is
Hmm.
if because there's a lot of posts on Piazza, and how to get both of those posts on the same list on the left side without having to scroll really far and accidentally dropping it into a different thread.
Hmm. Okay, that's very interesting. Um, Anything else?
And then what kind of tolerance would you have? How would you do a confirmation box, or would it automatically merge, or is there a way to unmerge once you've merged?
Um, no, there's the prototype doesn't allow on merging. But you think tolerance would be important, so in case you made a mistake, you would want to walk it back.
Yeah, because especially when you're doing a drag and drop, there's a lot more room for error.
Okay, okay, that makes sense. Anything else? Any other comments
Or
that
for
you have?
slip. I guess it's more of a room for slips, not error.
Any other thoughts that you have about it?
Um, yeah, it looks like it's a lot more direct manipulation, so that's very good. It seems like the as long as you know, it's still not sort of for novices. So like I guess in that way I was a novice because I didn't know that it existed.
Hmm.
And I don't think that most people would know that if you drag one thread into another, it will merge the threads without being told to do that. But once somebody knows to do that, it seems like a very easy way to do this process. So it's very
Okay,
good.
so discoverability would basically be an
Yeah,
issue as well.
discoverability would be difficult.
Okay. Um, Anything else?
And then another thing for like or even for error would be like you would probably want to click and hold it for a little while before you were able to start dragging. Well, somebody would very likely accidentally drag a thread into another one.
Hmm. Okay. Any other thoughts?
I think that's it.
Okay. Well, Tyler, listen, thank you very much, and I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. I'm gonna stop the recording now.
Okay.